another in a series of Microsoft Office training clips.
Hey, this is a discussion about errors in Microsoft Excel. We're going to examine some of the common errors and troubleshoot those errors. The objectives will be twofold. One, understand the error message in Bill speak, and two, fix the problem. This is a Microsoft Office Excel 2007 workbook. Oh my God, look at the errors. The first error I'll draw our attention to is the pound value bang error message, with the pound symbol, the word value, and the exclamation point affectionately referred to as bang. If you were to look up into the online help system, pound value bang error message, this is a list of the common errors that are returned. Notice the pound value bang is not on the list. If I search for just the error message, search, and still not there. We don't need help. We've got Dell Institute. A description of the pound value bang error message would be: an argument of the formula, function, or array is of the wrong data type. If I examine the arguments, the cell addresses on which the formula works, it includes the reference to cell A5. A5 has the word access in it. It is text. You can't add text to a number. So if you try to create a formula and the result returns pound value bang, check the cells because one of them has text, or one could have simply a space. We'll talk more about that. The total attendance for the Microsoft Excel training during the first quarter is 0. I can see the values under January, February, and March. It should not be 0. The 0 is returned as a result of a circular reference. I'll draw your attention to the lower left-hand corner of the screen and notice that the status bar says circular reference in cell E6. The arguments for the formula include cell E6. I can't have a formula that includes an argument that references the cell in which the formula exists. That is a circular reference. The next error message is pound name question mark. The formula bar shows us that we're summing the front page attendance. There is no front page. It's actually called front page. But beyond that, the cell range has not been named. I'll talk more about naming cells at a future date. To correct these formulas, I want to sum the total attendance for all classes during the period in question. I'll select the range E5 to E14. I'll delete the range and then select the Auto Sum tool on the toolbar. Click Done. Examining the average function, I notice that I have an error, pound div whack 0 bang. The / is affectionately referred to as a whack. The average function includes the range B10 to D10. The values for this range are not yet available. I don't know the attendance for the project training. Because there are no values, the average function returns what appears to be an error message. As soon as I type in any number, the error message goes away. Or nest an isError function in an if statement to suppress the error. See my clip on vertical lookup functions. Examine the number of places to the right of the decimal for the average function. If I select the range, right-click on the selection, left-click Format Cells. In the Format Cells dialog box, I'll set the number category and set the number of places to be 0. The pound symbols in the range under Income simply indicate the column is not wide enough to accept the value that's there. One way to adjust column width is go to the division line between column headings, this short vertical line. When I place my mouse pointer on it, it turns to a double-headed arrow pointing east and west. One way, as most of you know, to adjust the column width might be to drag the column or double-click. In addition, we see errors here, a 0 for the attendance in Excel, and then that friendly pound value bang error message, meaning that an argument of the formula, function, or array is of the wrong data type. To calculate the income, I would multiply the total times the class rate. The class rate exists in only a single cell of the spreadsheet. Therefore, there must be an absolute reference to that cell if I'm going to replicate the formula down the column using the fill handle. I'll select and delete the range, and I'll write the formula. Equals E5 times, using the asterisk. It's not an asterisk, people. It's an asterisk. The class rate. To apply an absolute reference to the cell F2, I can hit the function key F4, which automatically places the dollar signs, creating an absolute reference. To accept the formula and fill down the column, I'll hit the Control key and then the Enter key. Oh my God, the errors have been corrected.
Another Microsoft Office training opportunity brought to you by the Office of on DellInstitute.com.